Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Suikoden 2 walkthrough. Alright, so if you notice here, I finally made it back to Tetsu here with a couple of fried tacos. And I just basically spammed him on the main character. And I got more lucky than before. And actually got that toasty status. It's really obvious. Your character will have a bunch of, little clouds of smoke. Emanating from them, I guess. And that will allow Tetsu to be recruited. So there he goes, and off to the castle now. Tetsu is one of those guys that just doesn't provide much. It doesn't provide much, but there's the little bath area. Now, I will say, to be fair, one of my even the ship is kind of steaming. To be fair though to him, I had a lot of inventory management issues here. So the bathhouse actually was useful in that I was able to take 6 of my what were they? Like the relic items or whatever, and give them to him. And I should say, place them inside the bath. So I got to give him, at least a little bit of credit for that, for helping me, get rid of some of those items. But, okay, anyways. What's the plan here? Change the party. Yes. I think it's time to do that. Let's probably get rid of Clive. Yep. I just like how he's like, yup. Sounds good. I didn't want to be here either. Anyways. Oh, really? Gengen? Oh, okay, yeah. We need him to recruit somebody, so... same with Chaco. Which is probably the only times these two are ever going to be in my party now. From here on out, because again, I can't stand either of them, so... Excuse me, oof. I am sick, and it is not so much fun. Yes, what trip back to the headquarters wouldn't be, or a trip to the, the castle here wouldn't be complete without a trip also to the warehouse to dump unneeded items or unwanted items into the area here. Now, that boulder set there is just an item that you actually literally have to equip them to your character, and then you have to go into the bathhouse in order for them to kind of take effect. They're completely worthless. They're just... What's the boulder set? It looks like it sets out... I don't know, to me it looked like a piece of... or like a platter with some different utensils. Like, I don't know, and I don't know what makes that a boulder set, but... maybe that's a term that I'm just not familiar with, but anyways, I'll be honest, pretty worthless, and unfortunately it's going to now take up a spot in my warehouse for the entire rest of the game. So again, a little annoying, but it is what it is. But anyways, alright, let's... Alright, so we need Gengen to recruit another kobold in the... Now, I don't remember if he's in the kobold village. I don't think so, though. I think he must be in, like, the Two River kobold area. I could be wrong. We're going to find out. And then there's another creepy winger in the winger district of... whatchamacallit. Where am I going? Seems like an odd way to go about this. Yeah, where am I going? Now I'm confused. Maybe there's somebody else that I can recruit here that I didn't, or that I didn't realize. I can't imagine a good reason for me to come this way otherwise. But anyways, yeah, it looks like we're heading to what is this dump's name? Radot. Going to Radot, because that's what we do. Ah, yes. Okay. Wow, Jesus. I'm having a little bit of trouble here. There we go. Catching Stallion. Fastest elf alive. In order to actually recruit him, you need to either run away or use the let go command. I think it's 50 times. And then obviously be at least, what, probably like to this point in the story. I don't know, actually. You know, again, there's different, like, castle levels. And I'm not sure if that's, like, castle level 2. And that's you know, one of the requirements. That's what I'm guessing, though. But, alright, so there you have it. You do this little, like, foot race, which you don't actually really have to do. It's just, it happens automatically. And again, if you've run away from enemies enough, you actually beat him. Stallion, I mean, honestly, I like him in certain areas because sometimes I just want to get around the world map really, really fast, and he, like, doubles your speed on the world map. But other than that, I don't think he's actually that great. He's just your, you know, pretty standard long-range character. I don't think he's got any sort of, you know, unite attacks with anybody or anything like that. So, at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I don't think he's all that useful. And, you know, just being able to run around a little bit faster on the world map really isn't all that, you know, it's not that big of a point, I guess. But, anyways. Alright, so what's the... Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, really sharpening Gengen's sword. Okay. I don't really think that was all that needed, but whatever. When in a blacksmith shop, do as the blacksmiths do. Wow, even throwing the technique rune on him. So, that was a... actually, that's a... You know what? That's a perfect spot for that, because... I am not a big fan of the technique rune. I think that that's almost completely worthless just because it's just so easy to get gobs of cash in this game that you don't really need, you know, to take up a weapon spot to, you know, to add to that. So, anyways, yeah, we're going to get rid of this poison rune and stick that on Choco too. So a couple of little, like, just reminders of how worthless I think a character is. Actually, that's not true. Choco is actually great. I keep saying that. I shouldn't, don't really want to downplay his usefulness, because he actually is really good. Again, total blank slate, you know, 3 open rune slots. And on top of that, he's got an open weapon slot, too. So he actually is really great. I think he looks creepy. So, sorry, buddy. And that's what I'm all about. All about them looks. So, sorry, buddy, but you're not gonna make the cut. Okay, where are we headed to here? Oh, being sick is the worst. Okay, it does look like possibly we'll be heading to Lake West. Let's get on that ship. Yes, let's do it. Okay. Yeah, alright. Going in the right direction, boys and gals. let's do it. Oh, I thought I was going to take a little detour there. Throwing a curveball. Not the case, though. Not the case. Gosh, I could have swore Hicks and Tengar were going to be recruitable soon, but I must be getting ahead of myself. Either that or they are, and that's just going to be one of the following videos. It's always possible. Okay. Oh, spike beaks. All right, so these guys are actually really cool. They have, or I should say, they can drop the balance rune. The balance rune, and this is the only place to get them in the entire game, is from these guys. They don't. Oh. Speaking of which, man, I got lucky. There's a couple of points in this game where I was like, all right, not too bad. But anyways, you don't have to worry about these guys ever disappearing. The enemies in this area never change, you know, in comparison to, or I should say, as opposed to some of the other areas in the game where the enemies actually will change based on what point of the story you're at. But again, these guys they will always be here, so don't worry too much about, you know, if you want to get some of those balance runes and you don't necessarily want to do it right now. Again, you can always do it later. But the balance rune is great because your characters can never be off balanced if they have that equipped. Meaning, someone like Nanami, when you use the family attack, she will never be knocked off balance. So you could literally, if you put that on her, you could use family attack every single turn if you wanted to. Same thing with, I'm trying to think of some other people that get knocked off balance when they use their abilities. I think it's Bolgan when they use the circus attack or whatever. So he's a good, you know, person to maybe potentially toss that on. I'm trying to think of some other good ones. There's a character later on that'll get a united attack with Anita called Valerie, and so Valerie's kind of interesting because she's got a Falcon rune too. And if you use their team attack or their unite attack, Valerie will, I don't know if it's occasionally or if she always will be knocked off balance. So actually really useful to put that on her if you plan on using that unite attack. The thing is with those two is, you know, they've got a chance just to do 3 times damage alone with their runes. So I don't know, it's hard to really say what's better to go with. You know, again, you either use that unite attack or you just do the regular Falcon runes separate. So, you know, I guess maybe there's probably some math that'll determine whether or not, you know, one route is better. I will say that just using the Falcon runes alone, it's like, sure, they have a chance to do 3 times damage, but you also have a better chance of completely missing too. Whereas that unite attack never misses. So again, keep that in mind. All right, so this is Gabocha, and obviously we just need to take Gengen to him, and he will join as well. And yeah, this is the Kobold part of Two Rivers. And so now I think we're going to head down to the Winger District, or hopefully we will. Excuse me. Ugh. Just so sick. Yeah, I don't really think anything is worth purchasing right now. But anyways, all right. So let's head back. So what we want to do here to get Sid? No, okay, I'm going past it. So maybe I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay, maybe we will. Yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah. So we just want to go back down into the sewers, and actually, the original time I came in here, I actually did go to Sid's little hideout or whatever you want to call that. But God, you know the guy's gonna be creepy if he's living in the sewers. The best part though is how Chaco is so afraid of him. I love it. It's hilarious because he's such, I don't know, he's such a little annoying punk at the, when you first meet him. So, anyways, all right, here we go. Yeah, and just to the left here, there's like this little, secret hidden entrance in there. I'm kind of surprised that I ran away from those land sharks. So yeah, these things actually have I think it's a recipe that I needed, and I don't think I've got it quite yet. So that was actually a little bit of an odd decision. Here we go. As best as it couldn't be. Oh my god, Chaco. So, I'm assuming this is somebody that just terrorizes Chaco, or did before. Which, again, I'm all for. I think that's great. I think that's something that he needs. Who is this? Yes, who is this? Okay. This guy is, he's pretty funny. Oh, I really appreciate it. Those are great presents. I kind of felt bad, though, for 5 minutes. So ridiculous. All right. How you doing with yourself? Chaco, I'm going to eat you. Now, I'm actually not sure if those two have a unite attack or not. But, actually, yeah, I'm going to look that up, because... Chaco. Okay. Yeah, so actually those two do have a unite attack. It's like the winger attack or something like that. And I think it's like 1.5 damage to... one enemy, and then, what is it, like 40% chance to poison, I think is what that is. And then on top of that, so I'll be honest, so Sid is the other kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure he's one of the few players like Chaco that is basically a blank slate. He's got 3 open rune slots and then an open weapon slot as well. So again, one of those fully customizable, frankly, amazing characters, and it's a shame too because he's such a goofball. The shadows are the ones that have the Mangosh, and I did actually spend a little bit of time at some point here trying to get a hold of one of those, which I did do. So hopefully I've got footage of that somewhere. And then again, I think that ended up on Anita, just because again I actually tried to use her quite a bit. There's another Banshee rune. So there's that. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay. Nope. I thought I was gonna stop. Oh, I think I stopped at the rune shop here just to, look if there was any rare finds. And then here, it was time to. I was like, I'll go dump off some of these, you know, crappy runes on somebody that I don't plan on using. Like, oh, I don't know, Gengen. Now, actually, I should note that, and since we had actually just recruited them, so Gengen and Gabocha have actually a Unite attack, and actually they've got, it's 2 different versions, and one of them just does a little bit of damage to, oh, I don't remember if it's 1 row, or if it's, I don't even remember. But then it's like Gabocha becomes unbalanced, and then there's another version that triggers, like, I don't know, some low percentage of the time, called the 100 Kobold attack, and that does a ton of damage. And again, I can't remember if it's to all enemies or if it's just a one. I don't remember. But Gabocha then would technically be another good candidate for that that balance rune, because again, if you use that, or if you want to use that Unite attack, well, then you could just use it every single turn. So. Again, I guess keep that in mind. There's a couple of characters, especially with those Unite attacks, where they become unbalanced, where they're really good candidates for that balance rune. But anyways, all right, I'm out of time, so as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.